With the MLB Draft just hours away, here are the top 100 prospects for this year's draft. It's a draft where there isn't a generational talent, but there should be a strong player available at 8. The draft is particularly strong in rounds 2 through 5, particularly pitching-wise, but the draft is a bit underwhelming after that point in comparison to other draft classes. I have excluded a pair of notable names that you may see ranked elsewhere. Massachusetts prep-arm Mike Vasil is a first-round talent, but after battling injury this spring he has decided to attend the University of Virginia rather than going pro. I am also removing Oregon State senior lefty Luke Heimlich. Heimlich is a first-round talent, but with a sexual assault confession in his past, no team will consider using a top 100 pick on him unless they are trying to play games with their bonus pool. 1. Casey Mize, RHP. Auburn. Mize is a unanimous number 1 player in this draft, and the only real question he has is some past injury concerns. Joey Bart, C. Georgia Tech. Bart is going to end up being a big league starting catcher. The only question with him is whether or not his hit tool helps him become one of the best catchers in the game, or whether he is merely a solid starter. 3. Nick Madrigal, 2B. Oregon State. Madrigal is a special player, and if he was a little bigger in stature, he would be the top pick. His hit tool, speed, and makeup are as good as it gets. If he can handle shortstop, he becomes even more valuable. 4. Carter Stewart, RHP. Florida. HS. Stewart may not be quite as polished as winner left-handed like Liberatori, but he has a pair of potential 70-grade pitches. 5. Matthew Liberatori, LHP. Arizona. HS. Liberatori was seen as the top prep arm in the class for a long time, but Stewart has passed him for me because of louder stuff. 6. Cole Winn, RHP. California. HS. Winn has 3 potential plus pitches, a 4th that's average, and well above average command. 7. John India, 3B. Florida. After a great showing on Friday in the NCAA tournament, I moved India over Bohm. Bohm may have a higher ceiling, but India is most likely to be a strong everyday third baseman. India has some Martin Prado comps, and I can see it with a bit more power than Prado. 8. Alec Bohm, 3B. Wichita State. I like Bohm as a proven college slugger, but the fact that he likely moves to first defensively drops him down my board. 9. Brady Singer, RHP. Florida. Singer doesn't have huge upside, but he has what it takes to be a solid. 10. Shane McClanahan, LHP. South Florida. McClanahan's upside is huge as he has some of the best stuff in the draft. Fortunately, he already had Tommy John surgery, he has a smaller frame, and his delivery isn't ideal to hold up. He's great fun to watch, but a very risky investment. 11. Ethan Hankins, RHP. Georgia. HS. I personally think the drop for Hankins this spring is fully related to his injury and rushing back. Hankins was the potential top overall pick, and with his fastball and projection there is a lot to like, especially if the secondaries build on how they flashed last summer. 12. Travis Swaggerty, of South Alabama. Swaggerty is a guy I'm willing to compare to Andrew Benintendi Light, or a slightly better Brett Gardner. 13. Jared Kelenic, of Wisconsin. HS. The top prep bat in the class belongs to Kelenic, who shows some feel for hitting to go with power. He also brings value with the rest of his tools. 14. Connor Scott, of Florida. HS. Scott's got louder tools than Kelenic, and more upside. However, he also has more questions because of a lack of a long track record. Scott has some similarities to Kyle Tucker, who went to his high school. 15. Bryce Turang, SS, California. HS. Turang was a 5-tool shortstop destined for the top 5 last winter, but the guy once compared to Christian Yelich hasn't taken the steps forward you'd like to answer some questions. 16. Nolan Gorman, 3B, Arizona HS. Gorman was another guy like Turang, though not a true 5-tool guy. He's got similarities to Austin Riley, and when Riley was drafted, big power, hit questions, and can the body stay at third long term? 17. Grayson Rodriguez, RHP, Texas HS. Along with a big fastball and 3 more pitches that are all at least average to above, Rodriguez has the frame to 8 innings and at least average command potential. 18. Ryan Weathers, LHP, Tennessee HS. The son of David Weathers, Ryan offers more of a sure thing than most prep arms. His stuff isn't huge, but he's got 4 above-average pitches and pitchability. 19. Ryan Rollison, LHP, Ole Miss. Lefties with his SEC success and combination of fastball and curve don't last long in a draft if they can throw strikes. 20. Noah Naylor, C, 3B, Canada HS. Josh Naylor's younger brother has upside even though they're very different players. Noah has potentially plus power, but not the same type as Josh, though he's a far better athlete and has much more defensive value, including a chance to catch. 21. Mason Denneberg, RHP, Florida HS. Denneberg is a special athlete. Not only does he have a plus fastball among his 3 at least average or above pitches, but he throws strikes, has a long history as a catcher, and a chance to play football if he went to school. He's even drawn a comp from MLB.com to John Smoltz. An injury late in the spring could potentially hurt his stock a bit. 22. Jackson Kowar, RHP, Florida. Singer isn't the only big arm in the Gators' rotation, as Kowar was also successful and should have a pair of plus pitches in his fastball and change. 23. Trevor Larnach, of Oregon State. Larnach broke out in a big way this year as the longtime on-base machine altered his swing to unlock his potentially plus power. 24. Logan Gilbert, RHP, Stetson Gilbert was a dark horse candidate for the top spot this winter after a breakout in the Cape, but his fastball velocity dropped a bit. He would be a steal here if the velocity was to return. 25. Kumar Rocker, RHP, Georgia HS. Tracy Rocker's son has huge stuff but limited remaining projection. His plus fastball and plus slider could be headed to Vanderbilt if he drops too far. 26. Cole Wilcox, RHP, Georgia HS. Wilcox was long seen as the other Georgia prep arm, but he may have passed out Hankins and Rocker on some teams' boards. 27. Nander DeCetas, SS, Florida HS. DeCetas showed huge tools last summer, but really backed up this spring, especially at the plate. By ranking him this high, I'm betting his tools are still there. 28. Nick Schnell, of Indiana HS. A huge riser this spring, Schnell is a 5-tool outfielder with a very promising bat. 29. Jordan Adams, of North Carolina HS. One of the 2 best athletes in the draft along with Kyler Murray, Jordan Adams is a freak. Just watch his dunk on YouTube. He's going to be expensive to sign away from North Carolina as a 4-star receiver committed to play football, a school his dad is an assistant coach for. The upside is huge, and the only reason he's not ranked higher is because he's raw. 30. Sean Hill, RHP, Kentucky. Pronounced jelly, the 6 feet 11 inches. Kentucky star has 4 average or better pitches and above average command to go, with some room to add more as he fills out. 31. Tristan Casas, 3B, 1B, Florida HS. The best power in the prep class, Casas moved up from the 2019 class. The only question with him is if he will hit enough to use that power. 32. Tristan Beck, RHP, Stanford. Beck missed all of last year, but came back this year to show why he was so highly thought of. He doesn't overpower with his stuff, but he's got quality stuff, and he's an advanced pitcher with a great track record. 33. Will Banfield, C, Georgia HS. Banfield may not have the same hit tool as Seigler, but with his defense and power I firmly believe he will be a superstar if he makes more consistent contact. 34. Anthony Seigler, C. Georgia H.S. Seigler and Banfield were A and B for these spots. Banfield's glove is just ahead and the power is more significant, but Seigler is the safer bet to be productive because of him having the better hit tool. 35. Owen White, RHP, North Carolina H.S. White doesn't quite have the same loud stuff as some of the other prep pitchers but could have potentially 4 pitches that reach a plus grade in the future, and he's able to throw them for strikes. 36. Jordan Groshans, 3B, Texas H.S. Groshans doesn't have anything that's a true plus tool, though the power does likely get to a 60 grade, but he fills a scorecard up with 55s as a third baseman. 37. Jeremy Ironman, SS, Missouri State. Ironman is the top college shortstop in the draft, and one who comes with a track record for power. 38. Grayson Janista, of Wichita State. I rank Janista this high because he's a very solid hitter, and I think if a team works with him to change his mechanics a little it could unlock his considerable raw power. 39. Osiris Johnson, SS, California HS. I'm higher on Osiris than almost anyone and have been for quite some time. Not only is he super toolsy and have great bloodlines, Dad was a minor leaguer, and also related to Jimmy Rollins and Tony Tarasco, but he's risen late after some great individual workouts with teams. The word is that he was hitting the ball out of big league parks in a way that was better than what was expected. 40. Jeremiah Jackson, SS, Alabama HS. Jackson is a very toolsy offensive-oriented shortstop with a promising hit tool and good power potential for the position. He may need to move to second or third, but should still have the bat for those positions and be an asset at either defensively. 41. Seth Beer, 1B, Clemson. Beer is a tough case. He's super productive, gets on base, and hits for power. He's also got a poor track record with wood bats, in his smallish sample size, is a base-clogging runner, and is so weak defensively that even first base may be a tough fit. Still, you can't argue with his 3 years of production for a frontline ACC school. 42. Brett Hansen, LHP, California HS. The big helium guy of the draft, but the Vanderbilt commitment has a plus fastball from the left side and the athleticism and projection to believe he can push his breaking ball curve primary, but shown the slider as well, close in the future. 43. Steele Walker, of Oklahoma. Walker is a college bat with a borderline plus hit tool and average to potentially above power. 44. Xavier Edwards, SS, Florida HS. Edwards has been moving upwards fast this spring as he is a speedy shortstop with a field to hit. He profiles as a leadoff type of hitter, but his 5 feet 10 inches, 155-pound frame makes his power potential limited. 45. Jake McCarthy, of Virginia. McCarthy is an advanced college outfielder who does it all. He's not plus anywhere other than a 60 grade on his run tool, but he's average or above everywhere and has a track record for production. His stock was slightly dinged as he missed time with injury this year. 46. Joe Gray Jr., of Mississippi HS. The most toolsy outfielder in the class and there's no questions. Gray has big power and a huge arm along with plus speed. He does come with questions about his hit tool though, along with a very poor track record for Mississippi prep bats in the draft. He's similar to Joe Adell last year in terms of 4 very strong tools but a question about the hit tool, though his tools aren't quite as loud as Adell's. 47. Parker Meadows, of Georgia HS. Meadows is the brother of Austin Meadows, and like his brother he's a center fielder with an intriguing power and speed combo. He comes with swing and miss questions and needs to change his swing a bit to fully tap into the power, but the potential is large. 48. Chris Bubik, LHP, Stanford. Bubik is a safe and productive college arm who could move fast and be a solid big leaguer. His change is plus, but nothing else is better than average, which limits him to being A. A team will like that. He's an advanced strike thrower with a track record of success. 49 Matt McClain, SS, California HS. McClain has moved up draft boards this spring as a 5-tool shortstop with great makeup. He's not plus anywhere but a 60 grade run tool, but he should hit, field, and throw as average or above. The power is likely to only reach average in terms of over-the-fence power, but he should get a lot of extra base hits. 50 Landeras Torres Jr., RHP, New York HS. Lenny Torres brings a potentially plus fastball and plus slider and the ability to throw strikes. The change needs work and he needs to fill out, but there is a lot to like. The next 50-51. Connor Pilkington, LHP, Mississippi State 52. Braxton Ashcraft, RHP, Texas HS 53. Griffin Conine, of Duke 54. Grant Levine, 1B, New Hampshire HS 55. Nick Northgate, 3B, Ohio HS 56. Adam Kloffenstein, RHP, Texas HS 57. Alec Thomas, of Illinois HS 58. Griffin Roberts, RHP, Wake Forest 59. Jamison Hanna, of Dallas Baptist 60. Tristan Pompey, of Kentucky 61. Austin Becker, RHP, Ohio HS 62. Kyler Murray, of Oklahoma 63. JT Ginn, RHP, Mississippi HS 64. Tim Cate, LHP, Yukon 65. Raynel Delgado, 3B, Florida HS 66. Blaine Knight, RHP, Arkansas 67. Slade Cecconi, RHP, Florida HS 68. Mike Ciani, of Pennsylvania HS 69. Tanner Dodson, RHP, of Cal 70. Trey Riley, RHP, Illinois JUCO 71. Jason Schroeder, RHP, Washington HS 72. Gunnar Hoagland, RHP, Florida HS 73. Jaden Hill, RHP, Arkansas HS 74. Nico Horner, SS, Stanford 75. Kyle Isbell, of UNLV 76. Deshaun Kiersey, of Utah 77. Lyon Richardson, RHP, Florida HS 78. Simeon Woods Richardson, RHP, Texas HS 79. Elijah Cabell, of Florida HS 80. Matt Mercer, RHP, Oregon 81. Ryder Green, of Tennessee HS 82. Aaron Ashby, LHP, Missouri JUCO 83. Adam Hill, RHP, South Carolina 84. Kyle Raleigh, C, Florida State 85. Stephen Gingery, LHP, Texas Tech 86. Nolan Kingham, RHP, Texas 87. Lucan Baker, 1B, TCU 88. Aaron Hernandez, RHP, Texas A. Gage Canning, of Arizona State 92. Landon Marceau, RHP, Louisiana HS 93. Brennan Davis, of Arizona HS 94. Colton Eastman, RHP, Cal State Fullerton 95. Cole Roederer, of California HS 96. Dominic Pipkin, RHP, California HS 97. Jake Wong, RHP, Grand Canyon 98. Josiah Gray, RHP, Lemoyne 99. Jonathan Childress, LHP, Texas HS 100. Durbin Feltman, RHP, TCU.